Welcome to Mandate Assam 2021. I have with me today Dr. Rajdeep Roy, BJP MP from Silchar, a prominent member of the party who is at this point in time in the thick of the election campaign for his party in the entire Barak Valley. Dr. Rajdeep Roy, welcome to Notice Live.
Thank you.
Dr. Rajdeep Roy, Barak Valley has 15 assembly seats. You have an ear to the ground. What could be the contribution of the three districts to the BJP's overall tally this time round?
Just before discussing the tally, I would like to say something. Like, we have given candidates in 14 out of 15 seats and one we have left to the AGP. So basically we are contesting in all the 15 seats as NDA allies. We are contesting and our position is absolutely good. The ground report is that Bharatiya Janata Party with its ally AGP in the entire Barak Valley is doing exceedingly well. Previously we had around 8 seats and now we are expecting to get around 12 to 13 seats with our allies.
But would you agree that the Congress AIUDF alliance has posed a serious problem this time? Because if you add up the vote share of the Congress and the AIUDF in 2016, for example, then the total comes much higher than the vote share of what your party candidates had got in 2016.
Your question is absolutely valid, but sometimes arithmetic fails and chemistry wins. I'll tell you why and all. 2019, after the 2000 election, in 2019 election, in the Silchar Lok Sabha seat, AIUDF did not give a candidate. They favored, their candidate was the Congress candidate, Ms. Susmita Dev. And in a constituency of 12 lakh population, where we have 7 seats and all, in this election, last year, 2 years back, we managed to beat arithmetic, chemistry won, despite not giving a seat, despite Congress thinking that all the AIUDF vote will get transferred to Congress. It actually did not happen on the ground. And ultimately, I could register a win by almost 85,000 votes, despite being a 1-1 fight. So we are hoping that things will repeat in most of the constituencies, because I'll tell you, with my, as you said, I have my ears to the ground, and I can tell you the rank and file of AIUDF and the rank and file of Congress today is not happy with the alliance that has taken place. And in every seat, you will have a huge rebel fragment of both these two parties who will not vote for their Mahagathbandhan candidate. They will vote in favor of a third candidate, or in some cases, they will vote in favor of BJP even.
Now, just to follow up to my earlier question, going by the 2016 results, the Congress, AIUDF or the Mahajot, they have got a higher vote share in as many as, or at least around 8 of these 15 seats. What do you have to say?
As I said in your first question, that BJP in 2016 won 8 seats. And despite in a multi-cornered contest, we lost 3 by a very near margin. So we were in for winning in almost 11 of those. Here now, we are contesting 14 seats. And in all the 14 seats, we are in the thick of things. As of now, we are 100% sure that BJP will break that record of 1991, where we had 2 MPs and 9 MLAs. This time we will go to double figure. I'll tell you why. As I have told you, that it is not always the arithmetic which wins and all. In election, we psephologists sometimes give a calculation that A plus B is more than C. That A plus B is going to more than C is not going to materialize, because each and every issue in Assam is being closely monitored by all the voters. The voters today are very, very sensitive. They have taken note of all the good work that the BJP government has done in the last 5 years. The BJP government with its leader like Sarbananda Sonowal and Dr. Himanta Biswa Sharma have established a connection, that cord which has entered the heart directly from the government. And I can say for sure that these people, cutting across party lines, cutting across religious lines, sometimes people think that the Muslims do not vote for BJP. This myth will be broken this time. The minorities in huge numbers in all the constituencies. I can give you the constituencies. Say in Chennai, in Algapur, in South Karimganj, in Badarpur, there will be massive level of voting for BJP candidate. The minority candidates of all these will vote for the BJP candidates. In South Karimganj, the situation is slightly different.
Well, Dr. Rajdeep Roy, that's a very interesting statement that you have made. You are saying that a lot of Muslims this time are going to vote for the BJP. That's
Yes,
quite a
yes.
significant statement. On what basis are you saying this?
Absolutely. AIUDF is not realizing that the alliance that they have created, I'll give you an example. Look at Chennai, for example. Since the last 72 years, in the last 14 or 15 election, it is the Congress candidate who has won this election for almost 12 times. Now, what Congress has done with this constituency is they have basically gifted this constituency to AIUDF, where there is no history of an AIUDF MLA in Chennai. Do you think that the Congress rank and file is happy with that decision of the Mahagathbandhan? It is not so. Similar repercussions are seen in constituencies like Badarpur, Algapur, and other constituencies like even Madhya Hailakandi. And that is the reason, based on, I'm just returning from Chennai, and I can tell you for sure there is a huge anti vote of Congress which will go towards the BJP. Traditionally, I've been to villages, I've been to GPs where Bharatiya Janata Party did not have an organization for past 30-40 years. And I am going to those meetings where people in hundreds and thousands are coming and thronging the BJP meetings. And I am sure that if only 40 to 50% of this translates, we are in for a massive change of perception. And I'm telling you again, arithmetic is not going to win. It is the chemistry which will do tricks.
Now a straight question, and I'm expecting an equally straight answer, Dr. Rajdeep Roy. Do you think that the Citizenship Amendment Act will come in handy for the BJP in the Barak Valley?
Absolutely. Bharatiya Janata Party, since the days of Janasangha, our mothership organization, we have been telling that we need to give protection to the people who have migrated from other side of the border. And we have been telling it, we never got a chance in the Lok Sabha and Rajya Sabha because we did not have majority. Now this is for the first time in the 72 years of history that Modi government came to a majority in Rajya Sabha also, and we did what we have been saying since the last 70 years. People here are keeping a track of what BJP is doing, and they have responded positively to the entire CAA issue, and they are also keeping a close eye on what Rahul Gandhi and Maulana Badruddin Ajmal is saying, that we will abolish CA. CA cannot be abolished in Assam Assembly. It cannot be discussed ideally. Well, this should be understood that a law that has been passed in the parliament cannot be changed in a state assembly. So people are aware and they will vote accordingly.
I take your point, but I will also have to ask you, because your party, the BJP, has been almost silent on the Citizenship Amendment Act. It has also not found a mention in your manifesto or the Sankalp Patra that you have recently released. What do you have to say?
Now, we are very, very categorical. We have had our discussions on it. We have passed the bill. The President of our country, Honorable President of our country, has signed, and it has become an act. It is just a matter of time to frame rules and regulation. Because of the corona pandemic, we have not been able to do it. We have got an extension. We have got that extension till July this year. And you can be rest assured that immediately after the elections to Assam and West Bengal gets over, we'll get down to the nitty-gritties. The Home Department is working on it already and taking inputs from all the states. And I assure you for sure, the Citizenship Amendment Bill, the remaining part, will take shape in coming days.
We have seen this time that more than the Congress, it is the AIUDF and particularly its president Badruddin Ajmal who has been the target of attack by the BJP. My question is, in the Barak Valley, the AIUDF always had very good support. It has been almost a traditional base of the AIUDF. How much of a factor is Ajmal going to be for you or generally for the elections this time?
Look, let us discuss the credibility of Badruddin Ajmal. He contested the 2009 election here as an MP candidate and he got close to 2,02,000 votes in the Silchar Lok Sabha. And after that, after losing the election, he actually left Barak Valley, never to turn back and see what the people of Barak Valley has been suffering from since last 12 years or so. So Badruddin Ajmal lacks credibility in Barak Valley. Not all Muslims, he cannot claim that all Muslims will vote for Badruddin Ajmal. And it is not so. It has never happened and it will never happen in a democratic setup. I must tell you, Badruddin Ajmal is also being closely followed by the Muslim clergy and the Muslim voters. He has not done as desired, making tall claims and making alliance with the grand old party which is a sinking ship today. He cannot hope that his fortunes will reverse in Barak Valley. Badruddin Ajmal and Congress are heading for a massive defeat in Barak Valley.
Now, to some other questions, Dr. Rajdeep Roy, you see, this time your sitting MLA, Dilip Paul, had won the 2016 election with a huge margin of around 40,000 votes. But this time, you decided to deny him a ticket and instead field Dupan Chakrabarti. Now, why did you do so, and do you think it will have an impact? Do you think what will begin? Because Dilip Paul is in the fray as an independent.
I don't think so, because I must tell you that Bharatiya Janata Party in LA9 always contests the election based on organizational strength. And it is not just Dilip Paul winning election in 2016 by 40,000. He won by almost 28,000 in the previous by-election. And in the last parliamentary election, when I had contest in the same segment, we won by almost 52,000 votes. So our vote share is constantly increasing. And it is not the credit of any individual like Dilip Paul or Dr. Rajdeep Roy. It is the credit of the organization which actually works day in and day out to get this amount of support from the people of Silchar. And I am confident that our new candidate, Sri Dipayan Chakraborty, is garnering much support. People are showing interest in him because he has been a party karyakarta for last 25 years. And I can assure you, Wasbir, that the margin this time will cross 60,000.
You see, your main opponent, that is the Congress, also is upset over the equations in the Barak Valley. Senior leader, former MP Sushmita Dev has openly expressed her dissatisfaction at the Congress leaving several important seats to the AIUDF. Are you a happy man? Do you think that will help the BJP?
Look, I've got nothing to say about Congress and Ms. Sushmita Dev. Congress has been washing the dirty linens in public for a long time, and this is the reason why Congress has come to this pass as of today. But I must tell you that this dissatisfaction is working at a ground level in all the constituencies. But BJP will work on its strengths and all. I'm not going to tell you that the BJP is not working on its strength. It will work on the faults of other parties. It's not going to happen. We are very confident of our team. We are very confident of our karyakarta. They have made all the sacrifice in the last few years. Our government has done an extensive job. Our government has reached almost each and every families by various schemes like Arunodaya schemes and the support that they had given to all the families during the pandemic. And I must tell you that with this, our government will be getting pro-incumbent vote.
What have been the key issues, with which you have been approaching the voters in the Barak Valley, Dr. Rajdeep Roy?
The first issue that we are taking to the voters is, of course, development. Our Chief Minister, Mr. Sarbananda Sonowal, and the leading light of this government, the previous government, Dr. Himanta Biswa Sharma, has taken the actual dictum of Barak Brahmaputra Pahar Boyam to the ground level. There has been times, you know, like I must tell you, this our leaders, the leaders that I talked of, and also Mr. Ranjit Das, we called them at night for some little issues that turned up the next day morning in the Barak Valley. Dr. Himanta Biswa Sharma needs to be credited because during the pandemic, during the first 10 or 11 days, he made 4 visits to Barak Valley to, you know, review the medical facilities in all the 3 hospitals of the 3 districts. So the connect that they have been able to establish between the government and the people of Barak Valley is for all the people to see. The voters today are talking that during the regime of Sri Tarun Gogoi, during his 15 years in power, we have seen him come to the valley 4 or 5 times. And you have a chief minister here. You also have Dr. Himanta Biswa Sharma here. In the last 5 years, each of them have made almost 50 visits individually to this valley. So you have a connection. You have something to show and speak of. You have something that the government has done for the people of Barak Valley, and we are hoping to get a positive mandate for their activities. So that is also one thing that we will take forward to. There have been development issues in every nook and corner of the entire valley. So of course, our main issue is development. Second issue is the good relationship that exists between Barak Valley and Brahmaputra Valley, and we are making a lot of, you know, promises based on our good performance. We are taking all these to the public.
You see, star power this time has been a key element during the campaign. Dr. Himanta Biswa Sharma's massive road shows in the Barak Valley, do you think that is going to impact the voting behavior of the people in the 15 constituencies or in the 3 districts?
It has actually done so in the past, and I presume it will do so this time also. We have had the experience of accompanying Dr. Himanta Biswa Sharma at the Karimganj road show, and I can tell you the enthusiasm there. I could feel the literal pulse of the people. We are going to sweep Karimganj district, and we are going to sweep Kachar and Hailakandi district also. He has been a constant force. I have seen that he has done almost 45 plus rallies and road shows in the entire state and all. His shows are drawing crowd because he has established a direct connect with the voters and the people of Assam. People try to talk to him through various medias and this thing, and he always responds to them. So who is a public leader today? A person is a public leader only when you establish connect, and Dr. Himanta Biswa Sharma has already established that.
Do you agree that if the BJP has to come up with a great show in the Barak Valley, to come up with a great performance as far as these 15 seats are concerned, you would have to sweep Kachar? In 2016, you had won 6 of the 7 seats in Kachar district.
Yeah, I am aware of it. In the last election, we had won 6 of it. In Karimganj district, we won 2. So that makes it 8 we had won last time, and we lost 3, as I said and all. This time also we are going to sweep Kachar, we are going to sweep Karimganj, and we are going to make headway in Hailakandi district as well.
But don't forget that the Congress and AIUDF is fighting the polls together this time.
It is the chemistry which clicks and all. And I am pretty sure this time also it will click, chemistry will click. And let Congress and AIUDF fight together. Actually, to be honest with you, Wasbir, there are no issues that they are talking of. By scolding a government which has performed for 5 years, by scolding a government which is performing for 6 years at Delhi, and Delhi and Dispur, we are having 2 governments which has actually established a connect with each and every person of the state. What do you have to say? Where is your agenda? What will you do? By simply saying that I guarantee something, what guarantee will you give whenever you have been in power, you have not given those guarantees, you have not fulfilled the promise. Now a guarantee is given by a company which has good bad products. A company which has good product does not give any guarantee, I suppose.
Tell me, Dr. Rajdeep Roy, what are the micro level issues that is going to impact the voters Is it infrastructure? Is it roads? Because until some time ago, the roads in the Barak Valley were pathetic to say the least.
Absolutely. You are absolutely spot on, Wasbir, and I must compliment you for your observation. Your channel has also brought this up to the forefront. Today, when I travel through the entire Barak Valley, I see the quality of roads. 19,000 kilometers of roads of national highways built in Assam. 11,000 kilometers of PMGSY road built in the entire state. Today, I can remember when Tarun Gogoi ji came here in 2011, he said that we will contribute 1,000 crore for development of Barak Valley. He did not even contribute 300. And the bridges he tried to build over Barak River are still incomplete today, even after 11 years, because there is no approach. And we, after coming to power in the last 5 years, have completed 2 roads. We have worked to the tune of, I am giving you an approximate number, 300 crores per constituency in Barak Valley, making it 4,500 crores approximately in Barak Valley alone. So you can imagine the resources that has been pumped in for development of roads. And you have asked a very important question. What are the micro level issues? The micro level issues are, we have established organization in each and every booth of Barak Valley today. We have held our organizational meetings at each and every level, and we are very confident that these performers of ours, these karyakartas of ours, will take the good work done by Modi government and Sarbananda Sonowal and Himanta Biswa Sharma's government that they have done. They will take it to each and every voter in the coming days that is left, and in the second phase of election on 1st of April will come out trumps.
But again, what about the polarizing factors? Badruddin Ajmal is sounding extremely confident. He says that the Mahajot is going to win 12 of the 15 seats in the Barak Valley. He has been going around saying this, or claiming this rather.
No. Let Badruddin Ajmal ji be confident of his performance. He was very confident when he contested the election here in 2009 Lok Sabha election. He almost gave this thing. He had already become the MP. People saw what his performance was. People saw his credibility. People are seeing his responsibility towards the people of Barak Valley. It is only during the time of election that a bird called Badruddin Ajmal flies down to this place and speaks something and ultimately leaves back without delivering any eggs. And I am sure that this time also the hallabulla created around Badruddin Ajmal will vanish once we get to see the result on 2nd of May. We have to wait for it.
Finally, Dr. Rajdeep Roy, what is the verdict going to be on the 2nd of May? Any predictions?
Look, as far as the information that we gathered from the first leg of this thing, election that has gone just yesterday, I presume that BJP will get almost 90% of the seat. We are doing exceedingly well in Upper Assam. I have spoken to a lot of karyakartas and a lot of candidates in Upper Assam. In second phase of election also we are doing well. In some of the seats in Lower Assam where demography is not in our favor, we are still doing exceedingly well, and we are sticking to our prediction that we will, with our allies, cross 100 plus and all. And I must tell you that the 3 surveys that have come to limelight in the last 3-4 days have also shown that Bharatiya Janata Party with its allies are coming to power. Hope that we win as much seat as possible, and we will fulfill our promise to the people.
Well, to quote your favorite phrase today, it is arithmetic or chemistry. We have to wait and watch which is going to win, whether it is arithmetic or chemistry. May 2nd, the results are going to tell us that. Dr. Rajdeep Roy, thank you very much indeed for speaking to me on Northeast Live.
Thank you.